Hey, in this video we will continue to build dashboard and we are going to start off our management with user profile avatars. So in this video we will create a button and we will be able to select an image from our PC that then we will upload to Firebase and use as our avatar image. Let's go. So first let's create a new file under dashboard that we will name avatar upload btn. Then let's create an empty component. For now let's put hello inside. Then in index.js, which is our dashboard, right after editable input, let's reference avatar upload btn like this. Okay, good. Now let's start building our component. So a wrapper element is going to be a div element. For class name, we will give it a little bit of margin at the top, which is going to be MT3. And then we want to keep everything centered. That's why we put text center. All right, then we need to specify input of file type, but we don't want to use the native one because it looks not the best way. So for now, let's just keep it as text, and maybe if you want to, you can change it. To do so, we need to put a div over here. Then let's specify label inside, and inside this label, we're gonna put select new avatar. And also next to this text inside label, we're gonna put input of type file, but we're gonna give it display of none. So we actually click on this text. However, at the same time, we click on this input. So let's put input of type file like that. And also let's give it class name of display none. And we have this warning on label saying that it must be associated with a control. So for this input, let's define an ID, something like avatar upload, and let's give this ID to HTML4 for this label. So HTML4 is going to be avatar upload. All right. Also for this label, we're gonna give class name of display block. Also, it is going to be cursor pointer, and it is going to be a little bit padded like this. All right, let's check it out. Now, if I go to dashboard, it looks nice. Now we have this button. So when we click on it, we can actually select files. Let's make it this way that we can select only images over here. So for this input, we're gonna put another prop, which is accept. And it is going to be a string of accepted file types. But let's specify these file types outside of the component. So in the future, it is easier to navigate inside this component. Let's type file input types, and it is going to be a string of file types referenced by comma. So first we're gonna accept PNG files, then JPEG files, and also JPEG of this extension. All right, so for this accept prop, we are going to pass file input types, and we are ready to go. Now let's check it out. If we click on it, here we can see PNG and JPEG files. All right, looks good. Now, what will be our next step? So when we select an image, we want a new model to be opened, and inside this model, we are going to see the preview. So we need to define a model window. So here, next to label, we're gonna use model element from RSuite, and inside this model, we are going to put model.header. Then next to it, we will have body and also footer, like this. So for model, we need to specify show property. It is a boolean that indicates whether it is opened or not. Then on height handler, when this model is closed. So we need to use our own custom hook that we created earlier, use model state to actually get those values. So let's import it, and let's destructure is open, and close. So for on height event, we are going to call close handler, and for show we will specify is open. So inside model header, we're going to put model.title. So this title is going to be adjust and upload, maybe like this, upload new avatar. and let's remove this title at the bottom over here. Then inside body we are going to specify something else, and inside footer we're gonna put a button that will actually upload our avatar. So let's type upload new avatar, and for this button we will specify appearance, let's say ghost, and also we will give it width of 100 by specifying that it is going to be a block element. Alright, so now as you can see we don't have any trigger to actually open our modal. We need to somehow determine when we select the file. So for this we are going to use onChange event available on input of type file. So let's specify onChange, and for this onChange we are going to create a function which we will name onFile input change. Alright, now let's create it here at the top, and this function, because it is a handler for an event, this function receives an event object. Alright, so this event object will have target, and under target we will be able to access actual files that we select, and it always comes as an array of files. So let's put current files under event target files. So since it is going to be always an array, we need to check that we select only one file. So let's check if current files dot length is equal to 1, then we are going to apply our logic. So let's first grab our first element from the array. So let's put file, and we're gonna put current files and reference the first element. Then we need to actually check if the file that we select is the valid file, because it doesn't matter what we specify over here. I can look for any file and change it to all files, and then I can by mistake upload, let's say, a JSON. So we want to check if this file is actually an image. So here at the top let's specify meme types that are accessible by us. For that let's specify a new variable, let's say accepted file types. So here we will gonna specify an array of strings. So first our meme type is going to be image/png, then we will have image/jpeg. So if I'm not wrong, it is the correct one, and also we are going to have image/pjpeg. Alright, good. Now we need to create a helper function that will check if this file satisfies an array of meme types. So if our file type is one of them. So we're gonna create a new helper function which we will name is valid file, and it will receive file as an argument, and it is going to check file type against those values. So we're simply gonna check accepted file types includes file.type. Alright, so it will return a boolean value. Alright, so now here inside our handler we can actually ask if, we're gonna ask if is valid file, our file, then we're gonna do something. Otherwise we're gonna show an error to user that, oh boy, you selected the wrong file type. So let's put alert, then we're gonna put warning, not an error, and we're gonna specify maybe wrong file type, and then let's put file.type like this, and let's specify 4 seconds. Alright, so what we're going to do when we have the valid file, first of all we actually gonna open our modal window, but right before we open it we need to somehow set our image that we upload. So for this we will create a new state. So let's create new state with use state, which we will name, let's say, just image, and set image. By default it will be set to null, but when we have the valid image selected we're gonna call set image, and we're gonna put file as our state like this. Alright, now let's check it out. So if I go to dashboard, if I select new avatar, if I upload an image, alright, modal opens. Now let's do the same thing, but let's select JSON file. If I click open, I have wrong file type, application JSON. So it actually worked. Alright, now what will be our next step? Our next step is to show the preview, and adjust the image. So how we are able to do that? We will use React Avatar Editor package that comes from NPM. I really like this mini package. It gives us an opportunity to customize the uploaded image. We are not going to dive into too much details, but we will just able to scale our image to needed size. So first, let's install it. So I'm gonna open my terminal, and from here, wait, I have an error. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna npm install React Avatar Editor, and let's wait until it is actually installed. All right, seems like our package has been installed. Let's rerun the app, npm run start, and let's see how we can actually use this package. So let me copy the import command. Let me put it here at the top. And as you can see, I need to use this component like that. So let's copy this. Let's copy this component. Then inside our code for model body, we are going to specify this component. But first we're going to check if we have our image defined inside the state. So let's put image. If we have image, we're going to display this avatar editor component. And for image, we are going to specify our file that we have as state. For width and height, we will limit it to 200. Then for border, we will put, let's say, only 10. And this is that border by edges. Then we don't need color, we don't need scale, but we need border radius. We want to make it circled. So we're gonna specify border radius 100. All right, now let's check it out. If I refresh the page, then I click on model, select new avatar. If I click on this car and hit open, now I can see that I have this canvas element, which is this package. And now I'm able to edit my image a little bit. All right, so it looks good, but it is not centered. It means that we need to add additional markup for this image. For this avatar editor, let's put another div around it, like this. And for this div, let's specify display flex. So we're gonna put display flex, justify, let's say center, align items center, and let's put it full height, like this. Now, if I refresh, let's check it out. Let me select an image again, but still it doesn't look good because it's not justified center, it's justify content center. Now let me try, select new avatar. All right, now looks good, it is centered. Okay, so I guess this is it for this video, and our next step will be to actually upload the image, but it is going to be the topic for our next video. On this step, let's commit our changes and finish this video. So we're gonna add everything to this state, then we're gonna git commit, and we are going to put, let's say, started to work with user avatar upload. All right, looks good. See you in the next one.